So, because I might have done something.
Is that you? I can't see.
So I blame you for this because you're a photographer. And you gotta have this information out there in the public, like in a PSA or something, where people can easily access this.
Oh shit! What happened?
So you know how like this last Monday there was an astronomical event. There was an eclipse.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
You were there.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I heard it was cloudy.
Yeah.
But so
it was more so I was there for the disappointment. But you can continue.
Well, I thought, I'll take a picture for the podcast.
Okay.
So that people can see
the eclipse.
What they might not have been able to see.
Yeah.
And so I took the camera and when the eclipse was going on, I took a picture.
And you burn the hole in the sensor.
But now there's like an eclipse in everything I record.
It's a part of you now.
It's a part of us now.
Yeah.
So
I think they say the next one will happen till like 44, right, or something like that.
I don't know. And is that for in America or 44 somewhere
probably,
in the world?
Yeah, probably somewhere else. Yeah.
Right. Well, just kidding. Freaking loser. The power of editing. Assuming I could do that.
Assuming you made it look good.
Yeah, assuming I did do that. Everyone's like, what are they talking about?
You're such a goof.
Yeah.
Well, like you mentioned, yes, the eclipse just happened here in Texas. Well, obviously it covered like the vast, like a big chunk of the U.S.
A big chungus of the U.S.
Yeah, and it was super cloudy, rainy the entire day here in Houston. People could see it through the clouds, kind of. But it wasn't like anything amazing. Yeah, and there's like a eclipse. We have an eclipse folder. Let's just jump into the folder real quick.
From the beginning?
Yeah, from the beginning. These are a bunch of funny goofs. This is me and my compas watching the eclipse. That's a car is called an eclipse.
They're not wrong. They have the shade, so it's so good.
As POV, you couldn't find solar eclipse glasses in time, so you had to raw dog it. Remember, I told you last year that I forgot the eclipse was happening, and I looked up, and like the entire day, my left eye was hurting.
Yeah. I remember
it was
because I remember I said I did the same thing.
Yeah,
but I was like, it's just a quick peek.
But yeah,
this one I did watch whenever it was fully covered and you could just see the ring. Yeah. I just watched it without the glasses. But then as soon as it started to move out the way, it gets really, 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 really bright.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I guess it's like the first peak. It just kind of like bursts out.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting to see that. Then I couldn't see it no more. But
then Stacy had to drive home.
Well, she took a picture. Because there was an app that you could download to take pictures of that. And what it does is you set the brightness that you want, and then it'll take a picture every 10 seconds. And we had like a phone filter for the camera, so you put it in front of the camera, whatever. And so she had it on, and it happened to take a picture when the light was coming out. Mm-hmm. I'll text her right now, tell her to send it to me so I can put it, so you can see it. But it did a really cool effect where it looked like the sun was covering the moon. Because the burst of light, like it spread out into a circle. So it was like a shiny circle in front of a dark circle. Yeah. So it kind of had it looked like an inverse effect. It's quite interesting to see that.
Yeah, no.
Explain that, flat earthers. I saw a meme the eclipse for flat earthers, and it's the moon is just a line.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like this image. If you click the next one, it's just it in case I want to throw on thumbnail.
Where's this from? Do you know?
I have no clue, but it's William Dafoe.
William Dafoe.
And then look at this. This is the Google spikes. Every time like stuff like this happens, they're all like, "My eyes hurt. Why do my eyes hurt?" And Google searches like shot up.
Yeah, the Google search for those searches went up.
Yeah, that's freaking funny. I remember during the pandemic, there was a big drop in like candles. That there are like that their candles didn't smell because people were losing their scent. So during during that time, like literally like a bunch of searches or like a bunch of returns were happening because of that. And it was just people just because they had lost their
smell. That's how one of my cousins found out they had COVID. Oh. They were changing the diapers.
Yeah.
Of their kid.
And they couldn't smell.
And they're like, this kid doesn't smell. And then it's like, wait a minute. That doesn't sound like him.
That's funny. Yeah. This one was just funny because of the comment I saw on top. And it's because they were showing pictures of the ground. If you go to the next image real quick, like so you can see, like look, like the way that the eclipse causes shadows to act behind like leaves and stuff, it's freaking amazing. It's just like literally everywhere. Like people were showing pictures of like they had like disco balls and like the light reflecting off of it was also like curves and it's just it looks amazing, you know. And then if you go back, it's all like the comments are like. I understand why prehistoric motherfuckers thought they needed to sacrifice people to the sun. Yeah, it's just like, yo, can you imagine not knowing what's going on? Your eyes are hurting, and you see this on the floor.
We're being attacked by Ra. What's it? I think that's one of the...
Yeah, Ra's the sun god.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I thought it was so interesting because, you know, obviously, like, it's covering the sun, but you could still see, like, kind of like the little crescent-looking thing. And it was still pretty bright, even when you could just barely had that amount of light. Until they actually went full on it, that's when it just went completely dark. So I was like, just that little piece can still brighten up everything.
Did you get sleepy whenever?
I took a nap.
Took a nap, yeah. Your brain was like, yo, it's time to go to sleep.
Fastest nap in the world.
Yeah, it's because scientists were saying, it's like everybody, you know, because it doesn't happen often. They're like, let's document how the dumber animals are reacting. That's why I asked you. Because they're all like dumber animals will think it's like time to go to sleep. To go to bed. So today I was talking with a coworker, and they're all like, yeah, my friend has like chickens. And the chickens all went back into their coop, yeah. And it's just like animal, like literally that's what scientists wanted to find out. They're like, are these animals like that dumb that they're gonna?
Are they truly doing that?
Yeah,
I think. I that's something that people have been saying for the longest time, right? The question was it scientifically true? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, it's more so because, you know, like it's a lot of brain chemistry goes behind what makes you sleepy. And like was a tick, and they're all like, is this gonna like cause animals to react strange? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're all like, with the sun being blocked, the temperature might drop. So they wanted to know like how your pets are gonna react
to that.
Yeah, and it's cool though to be all like, yo, everybody pays attention to all these things.
The fox was warming up to go hunting, and then he went back to daylight.
Yeah.
Kind of messed up.
Wow, that's why it's the dumber animals.
That's
why they didn't want to say it like that, but we know what they meant. And then, you know, obviously, whenever stuff like this happens, we have like dumb conspiracy theories.
Right.
I don't know if you want to get into. If you want to go to your folder first.
Well, we can. I mean, I guess then I'll go to my folder just to show you. I did manage to get some photos. So that's the full sun. I was just testing the lens. No, not the lens. The protection cover.
Yeah.
That's kind of...
You did that with your phone directly? And you said you had the filter for it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It was a foam filter that looked like the glasses, but it had like an aluminum cover on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't know what the aluminum cover...
Well, it's because...
I don't know.
To take pictures of like stuff like this, you need like... They're called ND filters, like neutral density filters. Mm-hmm. And like I have one that goes up to like 1600, and it's already like you can barely see through it. Mm. So the ones for these type of things, you need up to like, I think it's like a million.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you don't like any little damage to the sensor is like super sensitive.
Right. It's a sensory. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then right there, I couldn't do it. That one's closer, and then a little bit closer, and then there's a full ring.
That looks freaking dope.
Yeah, that one came out really neat.
That. That's really neat.
And then the other one came out a little...
Whoa, you got the pink stuff?
I got the little red dot at the bottom.
Yeah, because everybody was posting pictures of the flares and stuff like that. That is so
and that little... I think that's the part that came out first. That's my guess. Because I think that's where I told you, where it got super bright. That's where
I like how symmetrical it is too. Good job.
Thank you, sir. That's the thing. I'll find the photo and I'll post it in a little bit.
I saw a video of Stacey's story and like how dark everything looked outside. It looked crazy.
Yeah. She managed to get a video. I tried, but by the time I took up, it's dark. Yeah. You have the filter on. You're like, it's truly dark. You can't see nothing. But
my building like we have like a really, really big parking garage.
Okay.
I think it goes up to like H. So they had chairs out there for everybody. They had snacks. They were giving out glasses. but it was all gloomy and rainy. I was like, I'm not gonna go waste my time.
Right.
Yeah, but apparently like over 100 people showed up.
Oh.
Yeah, so like everybody in the building decided to take a break, but me, while I was stuck in there working.
You were out there like giving your all. Okay, I did get the photo.
Okay.
Meanwhile, say something funny.
Yeah, well,
Di un chiste.
what are we drinking today, Danny? You
that's a good question. So, we went to what we call a place where you buy alcohol. Specs. If you want to sponsor this podcast.
This is the company is called Goose Island. It's an IPA. It's an Indian Pale Ale. Yeah, so and it's good.
And it's also, if you look at the thumbs up,
yeah,
it's a duck. So I was like, oh well, I have to do that.
Look at my cool koozie. I got a Carson coffee.
Damn, that looks like Cartoon Network or something.
Kinda.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's the inverse. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of cool. Crazy to get I look like the sun was covering the moon. And then take a look at this one. Freaking insane, bro.
I saw that one. I wanted to post that one because I was like, I didn't go outside, so I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything. Anyways.
Yeah. Does Stacey send you that right now?
No, she sent that on the day.
Okay.
And then she sent it to her aunt, and her aunt was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's some conspiracy theories.
Yeah, freaking people are freaking psychopaths. I wonder how do these people like live with themselves
afterwards,
after the fact, and they just look fucking dumb. Like I just can't get it. I'm like, dude, if I come on here and like I misspeak, like I'm torn apart. I'm like, God damn, I said it wrong. I'll be like, S1, if you make a reel, just correct my spelling and then just put like a little star on it, you know. And it's just like I can't imagine being like. Yeah, you guys, this conspiracy theory be like the moon, like demons.
Oh, that far.
Yeah. And then nothing happens. Like, what the fuck?
So I can imagine, like, if you did it for clout, like, do you go back and delete everything afterwards? If you did it for real, at that point, I'm like,
I doubt these people are gonna actually gain like a real following or anything, because it's just like all you did was like make yourself look like a clown.
And if you got a following and you were right. Just lost it.
Everybody's dead.
You just like lose it immediately. What's the point?
Yeah. So this was like the first was like just like a basic ass conspiracy theory.
The solar eclipse might be the beginning of the end. Oof. At the exact same time as the eclipse,
I didn't think about like if
CERN will be activating a $4 billion.
If it's copyrighted.
Yeah. Let's see. Play it. Let's see if the subtitles say all of it.
To try and recreate the conditions of the Big Bang that created our universe. This machine has never been fully activated before, and many scientists believe that it could open a black hole that could either destroy our world or allow other entities.
They always talk about these machines. Like
they've been saying that for a while. That Russia and then North Korea and now.
He called this one the CERN.
CERN is the organization.
You want to look it up? Did they actually activate it that day, or like I'm like these are things that can easily be fact checked. Like, just be like, yo, did CERN activate the machine on Monday?
Google, that's bien menso. Why did I open Edge? Hold on a minute. Yeah, I mean, CERN is the organization that does stuff for physics.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of these things. Let's see. CERN
activate the machine accelerator.
But then there's no eclipse on their side though. So who cares if they open it?
But you don't understand, bro. It's a spiritual day.
It's everyone looking at the sun, giving the energy. It's the other way around.
Yeah.
See, no, CERN will not open up a portal during solar eclipse.
But it says...
That'll be impossible. Well, let's see. They're going to open up and start using CERN and testing it the day of the eclipse. Here's what I think is going on. They, the powers that be, are opening up CERN in coordination with the eclipse to open a gateway. A portal. False. The post is wrong about both the timing and the nature of CERN's work. CERN's equipment began operating in March, a month before the eclipse, and the technology is nowhere near strong enough to open.
What if we are already in the parallel universe they were talking about?
What if
I've been having a bad time?
What if you're the unlucky Oscar? What if someone else opens the portal and we go through it? Why do always we have to open the portal to let other things come through? Why can't someone open one and we just like... Oh my
God, you're right.
Like you're going down the freeway and you're like... And then you're like in some futuristic place.
Or the past.
And you're like a giant.
Why would they open it up for a giant?
Because every time they do a Portal movie, giant monsters come through. So we're the monsters.
We're the giant monsters.
Yes, that go through and there's like these little tiny humans we can't see. We step over their shit. We're panicking because we don't know where we at.
We become the kaiju.
We're the kaijus.
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's go back to the fucking video. Okay. So this video's already disproven. Like the machine's already been active for a month, bro.
To come through it and enter our world. The scariest part about this is that outside the facility where this machine is located, there is a statue of Shiva, a god also known as the Destroyer of Worlds. There was also a video that came out showing us.
Is Shiva really known as the Destroyer of Worlds?
I thought she had a different title.
Yeah, I need to know. Like, are we being racist?
Let's see.
And by we, I mean the video.
Shiva, what is she the goddess of?
Yeah, it protects
Destroyer within the Trimurti. Shiva is the supreme lord who creates, protects, and transforms the universe. Well, she can destroy, but she can create, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's both. She's like Beerus, and
I knew you were gonna say that.
and the Gran Cayo.
Strange ritual happening at CERN. And if you take a close look at CERN's logo, you'll see that there are 3 6s, the devil's number.
Now they're mixing religions.
Yeah. Oh, you are right. What the fuck? Go look up CERN. Let's see if that I want to fact check all this shit. Stop opening Edge.
It's because, hold on. I need to fix this.
Yeah, remove that pin and
I need to. Yes, I don't use this laptop a lot, as you can see. CERN what?
Logo, particle accelerator logo.
Well, CERN is the organization.
No, I know that, but like, let's see if there's 6. I guess I can see where these crazy lunatics are coming from.
Yeah, okay, that's like 1, 2, 3, something like that.
Well, yeah, because technically there should be like 3 6s. I mean 4 6s or 4 9s. There's like, why are we completely forgetting one of the little sticks? You know, I think
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh wait, what 5?
Well, there's this stick by himself too. So
that's 1.
That's 1, 2, 3. Well, that could be a 9 because upside down, but this could also be a 9 if it's upside down.
Okay, it's because that first one has like 3 of them attached to it.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, now you are right. There are 5. What the fuck?
I could have made it better here, but
yeah. So it's 5 6s, 5 9s.
If they had made 6 6s, then it would have been double evil.
double devil.
Unless we need to zoom out the logo to see the 6 6.
Yeah.
6 6.
I don't know. I think this has more to do with the way the thing is constructed, right? That would make more sense.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're studying particles, so this could be 2 atoms, and that could be I don't know. I'm sure these 2 circles could be like.
I thought it was because they were causing the things to spin in a circle and then collide together, right?
Well, maybe that's what that is.
Yeah.
They do.
I would imagine it's the tunnels.
Well, yeah, but CERN is the organization. They do more than just the accelerator. Oh. Like, they do a bunch of other physics stuff. So, I mean, maybe the accelerator is their main thing. I don't know.
Type explain logo. Let's break this down.
Okay. Okay. Well, do we ask ChatGPT now or what?
Yeah. It's just I'm curious about like the illustration.
Can you explain the logo used? Logo. Chingao. Can't type. By the way, everybody who's listening, ChatGPT can now be used without an account. The free version. It's a distinctive design and that encapsulates various elements related to its mission. The Swiss flag. They're located in Geneva, Switzerland.
Are they satanic?
Well, I'm not. I'm in the first bullet. You gotta get to the 6th bullet. Interlocking rings. The most recognizable feature of the CERN logo is the interlocking rings. These rings represent particle accelerators, which are essential tools used in CERN's research. The interlocking design symbolizes collaboration and unity among the member states of CERN, as well as the interconnectedness of the scientific community. The letters, the acronym is displayed in the rings, and then blue and yellow colors. The colors used in the logo, blue and yellow, are also the colors of the flag of Europe. This choice reinforces CERN's status as a European research organization.
Got it. Okay, see, so nothing to do with the devil.
Oh, that's what ChatGPT wants you to think. That's cool. Have you looked at ChatGPT's logo? How many sixes are in that one?
Okay.
Do we finish this thing?
Yeah.
See, now it's going into the Bible. First, he went to Sheev, and now the Bible. And do we finish it then?
Yeah, let's finish it.
This is that many recent events leading up to this have been prophesized in the Bible, such as the earthquakes that have been hitting all over. The eclipse will pass directly over a town called Nineveh, which is a place.
That is the biggest one that's been going around, like the whole the Nineveh one. Yeah,
because it sounds like one.
It's one of
place.
It's named after one of the places that was destroyed. Like he was about to say, but I interrupted him. But I want to say that this is the big one that's been going around a lot on TikTok.
This one.
The Nineveh one.
It's in the Bible where God's wrath was warned of. All of this is pure speculation and not proven to be true, but many people are starting to think.
They're starting to think.
Thank God.
They should stop thinking.
Yeah. This next one's dude, this is fucking insane.
Is it?
Yeah,
Like insane as in we might believe it?
No, it's never that kind of insane.
Okay, let's go. That's what we're here
CERN
for.
will be starting up their particle accelerator on the same day as this total solar eclipse. Now, mind you, that this demon face syndrome has just become a thing and people are talking about it. But me personally,
as ChatGPT, what's demon face syndrome? We got to stay educated.
Right.
We don't want to catch demon face syndrome.
So we did some cut. We went to Copilot because
ChatGPT wasn't being receptive to our questions.
Well, we had the free version there. We have the other version on Copilot. But Copilot, okay, demon face syndrome, known as the, good luck saying that.
Wait, let's try to say it.
Prosopometamorsphia.
Hey,
not too shabby.
Not bad.
Is an extremely rare neurological disorder that causes human faces to appear distorted. People with PMO have described it as seeing others' faces with pulled back physical features. One patient, Victor Shara, described his experience as seeing faces stretched to look like something out of a Star Trek movie, like a demon face. They're mixing stuff.
Yeah,
there's demons in Star Trek now. What the heck?
Oh no, I thought you meant like they're using like real life things with dumbass conspiracy theories.
Well,
I thought that's what.
Well, I meant like they're saying like it looks like Star Trek demon faces. I'm like, I don't think there's no demons in Star Trek. Why would you describe the?
Wouldn't it just be aliens, right?
I mean,
but I'm guessing maybe.
I mean, whatever.
Maybe Victor Shara doesn't really know much about Star Trek.
But perhaps the corners of the corners of the mouth and eyes were pulled back. Ears were pointy, and there were deep. I guess that's the guys that do the thing. The corners of the mouth and eyes were okay. This distortion only occurs when he sees people in person. When he looks at faces in photographs or a computer screen, they appear completely normal. Oh, so they see other people like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right now, whenever we finish the TikTok, you'll understand more.
Okay, I thought people were like walking around and suddenly their face changed to like.
So the thing is, this I wanted to know if this was like came from like a real thing.
At least okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here it says it's a condition that affects the brain with the facial recognition features of the face, and less than 100 cases have been reported since 1904.
Yeah.
And many doctors have never heard of it, and it varies from person to person. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, because like face blindness is a thing. So
sure, I mean,
I'd assume. Yeah, but this
it could also be something to do with the shape of your eyes. Maybe it doesn't, because our face are kind of, you look like that, or I don't know, dude.
No, I get what you're saying, but it just sounds funny.
Oh,
I think all of this is tying into each other because the solar eclipse is already a spiritual significant day of these two celestial bodies doing what they're doing, and we both know the sun and the moon has a spiritual effect on our emotions and who we are as a whole being. So on top of that, you'll also have the particle accelerator and them trying to create a portal to see, or whatever they do. They're trying to see how this universe was made. They're trying to figure out the building blocks of how this universe was made. And they're going to be starting that up again on the same day of this spiritual significance total solar eclipse.
Pause it. Remember how we always used to joke about that we're crystal boys and stuff like that?
right.
That is a freaking deacon of the crystal boys. Like this.
Well, wouldn't that be the Astro Girls? Because that's kind of astrology, not crystal.
Well,
unless the moon is a giant crystal.
Well, the thing is, because like crystal boys and like the star girl. No, wait.
What did we call them? The astrology girls, the astro girls, or something?
No, we haven't. Star girlies.
No, we didn't give them that cool of a title. I forgot. It was the Star Boys versus the Astro Girls.
No, it was the Crystal Boys.
Crystal Boys. And the girls were the astrology ones.
The astrology, the astrology mommies.
No, that's not what we called them.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know, astrology girls. I guess horoscope girls. No,
the horror girls.
Which one?
Horror.
No.
Girls. Horror. The Astro Girls.
I don't think it's Astro Girls, but. Well, point being was like, because obviously like he's gonna be allied with the boys. The dogs stick together.
I feel like he's with the girls.
We just don't want him to be a part of the.
Well, he's talking about moon and the sun. That's in the astro side. He's not talking about.
Well, the thing is, I think it goes hand in hand. Like things have to overlap. Just because we're on opposite sides doesn't mean we both don't enjoy the same movie.
Like Dune 2?
No. Godzilla versus Kong, bro.
Okay, well, I look. The moon, you could say it's a giant crystal.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Look, all right. He can be an astrology girl. I don't care. Like, point being, this is like a whole nother level of like living your life based off of the horoscope. That's what I was trying to go to.
Okay.
Like he is like on a whole nother plane that we don't want to get to.
No, I don't. He can't stay on that plane
alone.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to always call it how I see it. People might start seeing demon faces on people after this solar eclipse, after CERN starts up their particle accelerator and get into what they're getting into, trying to figure out the building blocks of how this universe was made. So, yeah, logically, I'm going to think that, people might start seeing people for who they actually are. People might start seeing demon faces on people. It only makes sense, and that's their...
It just sounds like I mean, I don't mind this, but you're just going to use it as like, yo, I always knew you were a fucking snake, I could tell you fucking demon face loser.
Get him.
Yeah. I would say like if you see a demon face on somebody, does that make them a demon?
Not in Nezuko.
No, you're right. You never ate human.
Never did.
Continue.
Their excuse.
Yeah.
Their excuse is, it's a syndrome now, and people are experiencing this. No, it's things are getting a lot more spiritual, and things are becoming a lot more clear, and the veil is lifting. Mm-hmm. So they're going to come out with some excuse of why people are seeing the truth.
Yep.
Things have been getting a lot more spiritual since 2020 lockdown, and they're trying to gain full control of this natural occurrence and put their own spin to it. Because why is
your face?
Why is CERN starting up their particle accelerator on the same day as this?
So, did you download this video like from his page?
That was from TikTok.
No, but like from his TikTok page,
yeah.
like. I don't know if you were curious enough. I would be to look at other videos of his.
We'll look some
just to follow back. Like, is this like a one-time thing or is this his thing? And then what does he say afterwards?
He's like, you guys might not believe me, but I'm seeing demons.
I'm seeing demons now. Seeing demons. Those who didn't subscribe, fucking demons. Get him.
Yeah. If you don't hit like and subscribe, you're a fucking little Weasley demon. This video is so long. I didn't realize how long it's been going.
Solar eclipse. Why?
I think he talks so fucking slow.
It sounds like some sci-fi shit. It sounds like something out of a movie.
I think he's about to tap into the truth right there. He almost knew everything right there.
Wait. Okay. Eclipse are quite literally not science fiction. The fiction makes it fake. It's not science. It's literally like going to be explained by fucking science.
Well, what I was going to was that when he said science fiction, I was referring to everything he said.
Oh, the
sounds like science
created,
fiction. I was like, you're almost there. Like you just connect to.
it's just like thinking that these Eclipse are like, oh my god, dude, this is like categorically like the most unbelievable thing. Who could have known that eventually, like with the thing spinning, that something might line up. Like, I think it's only been happening since the world was created. It traces back like centuries and stuff.
No, the millennia.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like track, like.
Actual, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, because I'm pretty sure like it didn't just start all of a sudden.
The dinosaurs were dumb too. They were out there.
They were going blind.
They were out there going blind.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Until they fuck around and find out, and then we all doomed. And then they mess up the harmonic balance of this world.
The harmonic balance.
That's why people might
bro.
start seeing demon faces on people, and people faces shape shifting and shit. This is just my thoughts.
Is it me or he's starting to look like a demon?
Very well logically put, but I'm not gonna say this is a solid thing.
Well, you did look at the Eclipse.
Just articulating
I did.
In the way that I see it, in the way that I'm connecting dots. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. If you haven't heard about the demon face syndrome, it's going around on TikTok. You can search it up, and you can also search up CERN is starting their Hadron Collider on this specific day of this spiritual significance.
Seems like he didn't look it up.
Something's going on, and most likely the energies will shift on this realm. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
I think I think TikTok should be banned.
I was just thinking the same. They banned TikTok now.
Yeah, it's like right now there's like a big movement of TikTok being like, you guys share your stories, let them know like we should keep TikTok.
Right.
And these motherfuckers like, yo, fucking demon faces. I normally like checking the comments, but I had to save these like real quick, like before the
right. You told me.
Yeah, it was raining today, so I was running late from work, and this is so ridiculous.
Do you think this is true? What are we missing? Maybe this 40-minute video of this guy didn't include everything. Maybe we're missing something. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Do we look like demons? I want to know.
Whoa, I need to know.
I need to know because Oscar, I don't know. He's my cousin, so if he starts to look like a demon to me, I'm concerned.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
So during this week, it's been kind of insane. There's been like 3 major things consuming the world right now.
Okay.
It's the Eclipse.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the J. Cole response.
Oh, you show me the J. Cole response.
So
at least the song.
Yeah. So remember last time we spoke about this, we talked about like, if we thought that J. Cole was going to respond. And I said he was going to respond. And lo and behold,
you did.
He did. Okay. I can you go to my Google Doc? Right there.
Let's go.
Yeah, and look, once again, let's start off from the very beginning. Let's just read a couple parts of this disc so that people get a feeling of where we're coming from. Okay.
Where to?
I want you to read the. You can start with the first verse.
Right here. Which song is this?
This is a 7-minute drill by J. Cole.
Okay, this is the one he responded.
Yeah, this was the response.
Okay. I came up in the Ville, so I'm good when it's tension. He's still doing shows, but fell off like The Simpsons. Your first shit was classic. Your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. I was trailing right behind, and I just now hit mine.
Okay. So right there was the initial blunt. That's probably like the worst thing he says throughout this whole thing, because like we mentioned,
well, it's kind of like saying like, yeah, you were good, but now you in shit.
Yeah, it's
right?
just
no?
yeah, exactly. It's saying like literally like your very last project was tragic. Okay, and that was Mr. Morale in the Big Steppers. I personally didn't care too much. I'm not the biggest fan of Kendrick Lamar. I like a lot of his stuff. Like technically, like he's a beast. But it's just like I was talking about it today. I was like, he does a lot of the like, I don't know if you ever listen to Nicki Minaj. Like, he does like weird voices throughout her raps and stuff.
Kendrick and Nicki Minaj.
No, like Nicki Minaj, like just like in her. Like I don't know if you ever listened to just her.
Yeah,
she does like a lot of weird voices in her raps and stuff.
Okay, yeah,
he does that too, and like some people like it. I find it cringy. Like there's a really really big song called "Goosebumps" by Travis Scott.
Okay,
and Kendrick Lamar comes out in it. All right, and like in the middle of his verse, he literally like it changes and his voice changes. It sounds fucking ridiculous.
Is it not that cringy that you could do it? Just to show
I don't want to. It's so fucking cringy. It's like you want to listen to
Rick ain't here, so we can't bully him. Oh, where's Rick? Why are you over there? Sorry.
You want to listen to it real quick?
I bet. Let's put it.
Yeah. So YouTube, and we're back.
I did not expect that voice. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like a. Honestly, I thought he was gonna go the opposite direction. I thought he was gonna make a more voice like this or something like that.
Low.
Yeah, no, he went really absolutely. He went up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where I'm gonna end it. But yeah, no, look, he's a great rapper. It's undeniable.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind that, but I felt like the shift was so massive. And his tone that it made it kind of not flow.
Yeah, and the first words he came back was "Peter Piper, peck the peppers. I can pick your brain and put it back together." I was like, I'm sorry, that's not fucking hard. That's freaking like nursery rhymes right after that cringy thing was awful. And I'm tired of like pretending like it's not. Have you seen that meme? Yeah. There's a meme that's like you say something outrageous and you're like, I'm tired of pretending like it's not. Yeah. Yeah. So on this part, he's like, yo, like, you know, like your first shit was massive. What words is that?
Right there.
Right there. And it goes, your first shit was classic. Your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put people to sleep, but they gassed it, which is To Pimp a Butterfly,
right?
Which is like critically acclaimed, beloved album by a lot of people. But once again, it has a couple good songs, but a lot of the stuff is freaking weird and boring. Like, he gets really introspective, and don't get me wrong, like sometimes I like woke, like, you know, shit, but like it's just too much sometimes. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, Kendrick Lamar isn't like somebody that I want to listen to an entire album straight because like
that's why they gassed it. They just went through it quick.
They gassed it, yeah. Okay. And like people on Twitter like finally started going like, yo, I've never liked this shit, but I've been too scared to say it because people fucking will kill you if you act like you don't like it. Okay? And then it says the third one was Your Prime, which is Damn, which is the one that everybody really loved. It has Humble,
right? Humble.
You know, and yeah, like it has a lot of good stuff on there. And then he talks about how he was trailing behind like Drake and Kendrick, but I just caught mine. Because like I've been telling you, like these last 2 years, a lot of people don't listen to J. Cole like the way I listen to, right?
How do you listen?
I listen to like every feature he comes out on.
Okay.
Because every time he comes out on the feature, he's putting his best effort forward to show everybody who's not a part of his base.
Right.
So whenever people just try to compare like album to album, yeah, Kendrick Lamar might have a more impressive catalog. But like if I were to show you the verses from the other songs, like I think, you know, we can paint a whole nother picture.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
But yeah,
I can see that.
So he went after him. Like it wasn't even that bad. Like if you scroll down to the bottom, he even the chorus says that he's like, this is light work. It literally opens up with like, this is light work. Like, you know, it's not coming in like very, very aggressive. It's more like, look, I can rap too.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Did Kendrick's
not gonna respond.
Oh.
I don't think he's gonna respond because, and then after this, it's just like 2 days later, J. Cole came out and he was like, yo, that was the lamest thing I ever did. He's all like, he felt bad that he even indulged in the diss track going back and forth, you know? Because remember, like we talked about this, like is he gonna do it? Like he's in a good space, like he's doing really good, and he says that he didn't want to, but he felt the pressure to respond.
Well, I remember I said, at first I said I don't think he'll do it, and then you and Rick went back and forth, and then I said, okay, I said I think he'll do it because of the clout at this point. Because there's so much like people looking.
Oh, he went ahead and dropped like a whole EP.
Okay,
which is good marketing.
Right,
yeah.
right.
And even at the end of the diss, it says the fall off is on the way. Like he even's like, yo, like my album is still coming.
Right.
Yeah. So if you go back to the yeah, right there, that right there. Hopefully we do not get claimed because this is freaking amazing.
A ver.
I know my heart. You know what I mean? And like, I know how.
Somebody put the Naruto sad music on it.
I feel about my peers, these two niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase.
I don't know if we're gonna get claimed. Just look up another one. Just put J. Cole apologize on the search bar. Yeah. I just wanted you to see that.
So he did a whole
yeah, so he just had this music festival called Dreamville Fest. Something super simple. It's just that's no. Pause. We don't know any of this. We gotta be careful on Twitter. Just keep scrolling until we see.
No, I know. It's just that I didn't click play.
Yeah.
Incorrectly, and I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way, and if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love.
He's humble.
And I pray that y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep, and then I can get back to my true path. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I wanna now perform the song that's a reminder to me of getting back on the right path and getting in tune with God. And the name of the song is called Love Yours. I'm for y'all right now. Moving incorrectly.
Look.
It's not a bad apology.
First of all, it's just the thing is like it's not even like a apology directed to Kendrick Lamar. I think people are more like making it to seem more dramatic than it is. Yeah, I mean, it's more like him saying like, "Yo, I feel like yeah, like I went against my better judgment for the sake of giving in to what people wanted to hear." You know,
I think if I was in his position, knowing me, I would only respond if I thought it was really funny. Like if I was like, oh, I could respond and it would be really, really funny. Yeah. Otherwise, I would probably just ignore them. Yeah. I think knowing me, that's probably what I
honestly think that he's like me. Like he's my favorite. Obviously, look, let me.
You're like, oh,
let me clear this up, okay?
He's not my favorite. I'm his favorite.
Look, let me explain myself, okay?
I'm his fan.
I love arguing. I feel like I enjoy debating people. I like destroying like the prompt put in front of me.
Okay.
You know? But the minute I go to argue with someone on any social media platform, like recently Esteban made a clip talking about like our fears about having kids and how I brought up the fact that I think it was 2022, more kids died than cops did. Okay? That is an undeniable fact because of school shootings. Like, oh, this is going to get us fucking flagged. All right. Look, my point being is I said it was more dangerous to be a kid than a cop. Okay? It was a broad statement because obviously I knew what I was talking about. All right? This doesn't mean like throughout the entire existence of cops. Okay? I'm talking about like recent past, like literally like stuff that's just happening right now. Right? Because am I going to have a kid like 50 years ago, like during the Prohibition, 40 years? No. I'm having a kid in today's era. Okay? Today, kids are having like they're learning drills for in case like a shooting like that happens. Okay?
Right.
That is a real thought. Someone decided to freaking comment on it and be like, oh, you fucking stupid. Like, how could you even think like this? And I wrote like a really good response. And I was like, dude, just do a simple Google search. I'm like, is 2022 that far off from 2024? Am I really that ridiculous for making that statement when it was true this 1 year? You know?
Right.
I was like, then what? Like, you know? But the thing is, me knowing my point is right, like, I get so fucking anxious. I'm like, dude, I was like, who the fucking responds? Like, I feel it, like, in my soul. Like, I need a fucking, like, you know, I just feel like I'm going to explode. All right? So there's times I literally read out my whole response, and I just delete it. Because I'm like, it's not worth the freaking energy.
Write it down.
Yeah, well, I did write it down.
No, but like write it down and keep it.
Oh, keep it.
Like on a log. Like you have your little log.
Like stuff I was gonna say.
Well, not necessarily, but like as thoughts that you were able to put down on paper. Because you know it's easy for us to talk back and forth.
Yeah.
But once you put it on paper, you find your little loopholes, or maybe you're like, shit, let me look that up just to make sure. So once you put it on paper, you're like, okay, I'm happy with the content. When it's in your mind, you know, you're moving, you're talking, you're in the heat of the moment. Mm-hmm. So when you put it on paper, you're like, okay, this is more accurate than I can make it when I'm talking to someone.
But no, it's not about me thinking I'm wrong. Like I always,
not that. No. Oh no, but also the delivery matters sometimes, right? Because you could be right, but the way you deliver the message might poke something, and so if you put it down on paper, and then maybe you read it later and you refine it, you got yourself a little thing.
Yeah. No, I think it's more so like dealing with people. Like I'm like if I do this response, then they're gonna respond, and now I have to have a back and forth. I think that's more the interaction I try to avoid.
My interaction with arguing online in the past was very annoying because I felt like I would try and answer to every point they made.
Yeah.
And then, they had like 4 things. Like they respond to the original point and then they say, and what about this? And what about that? And what about that? So here I am. Here's 4 paragraphs, 1 for each. And then they pick one of the 4, the one that they probably feel the strongest about, and they ignore the other 3, and they might connect somehow, and they go, but I told you this back then. Why didn't you respond to that? And then at that point, it's just like, they're not giving me the time that I am offering them. Then at that point, I'm like, you know what? I think it's been a very long time since I argue with someone on social media.
Well,
very long time.
That's why I'm telling you. Like I still like this was recent. So it was just like I'm just like I don't feel like feeling this way, so I end up like deleting my comments. Like it's not because I gave up or I ran away. It's just like it's not worth that energy that I invested into it.
It occupies your mind.
Yeah,
then you're thinking about it, and you're
does.
like,
so in that sense, I understand J. Cole, but it's just like as a fan of his, it's so fucking infuriating because Kendrick Lamar has a giant fan base. Okay, every freaking Cole fan has been arguing their asses off online for these past 2 fucking days. They just like been going to fucking war for him, and then for this dude to literally just come back and be like, "Yo, we love Kendrick Lamar." Like I don't, I understand. Like he's almost 40 years old.
Okay,
all right. People online are so fucking vicious. I'm like, look. How much do you think that they're gonna actually say at each other? These are like 2 of the most squeaky clean rappers ever. Like, what, you thought you were gonna get some real dirt? Like the most recent fight. I've been like Drake and this rapper named Pusha T.
Okay.
Right? Pusha T exposed that Drake was hiding like a kid. Like he was having a kid with like some like promiscuous
third party.
Yeah. Promiscuous third party, So it's like what do you think we're gonna get out of this? Nothing. In reality, it wasn't like anything real was gonna happen. It's not like in the 90s. Back in the day, like people were scared, like, yo, they dropped their diss track and you're on the radio, like you're doing an interview, like the person will pull up, like and freaking shoot you.
Yeah.
All right. It's not the same thing. I was like, I don't get what people are expecting. Like, these are real people. Times have changed. But they're like, yo, this is hip hop, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, relax. I'm like, relax. He literally here, like, we're supposed to like be pushing mental health. Like, Cole's like, yo, I was too stressed out. I might take down the freaking song.
Oh, to that point.
Yeah. And people online are just like, I'm never going to listen to you again.
So let me ask you something. The Kendrick fans,
yeah,
are they mocking the J. Cole fans because of this apology?
Yeah.
A lot? I mean, there's going to be some.
A lot. There's a lot of Cole, like diehard Cole fans that are freaking livid. And then, of course, they're the more compassionate people because luckily, with being such a nice guy, you attract a lot of people.
Yeah. Like, I'm not a fan. Obviously, I'm not a fan either, right? Because I've heard you put some music here before, and I was like, oh, sounds good, but I don't know anything about it. Mm-hmm. And I thought the apology was cool, but that's me, an outsider viewing it. I don't know. I haven't felt
an outsider. Yeah,
and I'm the silent artist, like the sound of silence. It's all connected. Music and the sound of silence.
Yeah.
Hey, no me interrumpas. I was like, I like the way that he spoke there, but again, I'm an outsider. To me, it's like, okay, if they are always not talking to each other,
yeah,
there's nothing serious, like other than they're just kind of like, I'm better, and then the other one is like, well, I'm good, but we don't have to say that we're better. We could just be friends. Like, no, I'm fucking better than you.
I saw a comedian, like there was a black comedian who was doing like stand up at a normal spot. He was like, yo, this is how I know I'm old. He's like, okay. He's like, I heard Cole and Kendrick were beefing. And he's like, okay, well, I got to go find out what's going on. you know. So he went on. He's like, I went and I listened to the Metro Boomin song, and I was like, so he says, I'm better. He's like, okay, let me find out what did Cole say, so that he was gonna say it. And then the song goes, he's like, we're the big three, like we started the league. He's like, so Kendrick is mad that he complimented him, and he's like, okay, all right, I must be missing something. And then he says that he had to go on YouTube, and he had to listen to an hour-long video of like that this white kid made. He's like, this white kid is explaining to me hip hop. He's like, that's how fucking old and removed I am from this. And that's how a lot of people feel. Like, now a lot of people know like all the sneak disses and like how unserious this beef actually is. So I just think like when people are just so hungry for fucking drama that we were just taking it because it's like the biggest people arguing in the world.
Yeah.
You know? And I was excited for it. And J. Cole released an EP. I like most of it, so I'm the real winner here, you know. But yeah, there's actually some reactions from people online that they were giving us their opinions.
This,
yeah. So this is from one of the it's I think it's a fan thing, but I don't know if it's from actual Dreamville, because Dreamville is like his label,
right?
Like
it says Team Dreamville, but it does have a verified.
Yeah, but
check.
Then again, it's fucking Twitter and anybody can be verified. So let's just go ahead and say this is a fan account.
Okay.
Okay. So it says, it's harder to embarrass yourself to the world to protect your own peace than it is to fake beef for public validation and acceptance. Real humans move. Oh, real human move. Hip hop is entertainment, yes. But pleasing millions of fans versus pleasing yourself at the cost of your own peace? Choose wisely. So on his past album, that was like a big thing. Like, you know, you choose wisely between like what direction your life goes.
So they're mad.
No. This is basically telling people like, yo, like you cut them some slack.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's all like it takes like real grit to publicly embarrass yourself, knowing damn well like you know how people are gonna react, but giving yourself peace of mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like somebody replied and is all like, you're missing the point. That's great and all, but if the mindset you have, can you zoom out a little? No, zoom out. Like really wide. So,
okay. Wow.
Yeah. It says, that's great and all, but if that's the mindset you have, then don't send a diss in the first place. That's all we're saying. And that's fair. Like, you know, like, but the thing is, like, you can't make the mistake until you make it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like I don't think he came up with the lyrics in like 10 minutes or something like that.
No, he replied in like 3 days or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a
it's
a process.
It wasn't like a spontaneous.
It wasn't like spontaneous. Like, I replied, my bad, I shouldn't have done that. It's like, well, you had to record it and everything. Mm-hmm. So you know.
and then the reply.
Oh, there was
yeah, and then he's the accounts are like, he literally said he wishes he hadn't. He's like, but did. He's like, because he gave into the pressure around him on online, you know? So he even says that people keep calling him. He says he couldn't like check his phone without his phone blowing up with people being like, you gotta respond. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, and this is Charlemagne the God. He is a really, really big he's not a real podcaster because he does like radio. Like he's a radio jockey, I guess they're called.
Okay.
Yeah, and like he's really, really big in the hip hop scene. And so he says, he's like, the rap fan in me understands the disappointment many of you are feeling, but the man in me who understands the spiritual being living a human existence has nothing but respect for J. Cole. Okay, which is like shocking because I don't think he necessarily talks favorably about Cole all that often.
Not that often.
Yeah. But you know he claims to champion like mental health all the time, so that's.
But is this really like the most mental health thing that could happen? I mean, from one point,
imagine like everybody in the world being like, you got to do this, and then whenever you drop it, half of the world's like, hell yeah, and the other half is like, yo, this fucking sucks. Like, and not only that, they're questioning your entire career, your entire like it's your art,
right? But at the same time, the reason why everybody is telling you have to respond is because you're the only one that's up there being attacked. Like no one made it to the top.
Well, that's what they
only except you.
Heavy lies the crown.
Well, sure, but that's what I'm saying. You have the crown. So at the end of the day, it's like, hey, I'm the one up here. If I don't want to respond, I don't respond.
Oh no, that's what he's saying.
Right.
He's like the whole point is that he regrets responding.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, no, but as far as because you were talking about it being a mental health.
Oh, he
thing.
says he couldn't sleep for like 2 nights.
Right, but
that's anguish.
I mean, well, sure, but it's 2 nights, right? And you're just regretting a song that you wrote. That even if you analyze the lyrics, you didn't say anything bad. It's not like he talk mess about his mama.
Yeah.
It's like it's not even the lyrics, even though yes, they're saying, you were good and then you kind of fade out and you're not that great no more. Sure, it's an attack, but it's not even as bad as the other attack that Kendrick did on him. I think the lyrics he said were more harsher.
No, they were harsh to Drake.
Okay.
The only thing he said to Cole was that it's the big me.
Right.
That was it.
That's fair. That's fair.
And the thing was, like, at some point they were almost gonna have an album together. Like there was room for them to be friends. Remember?
Right.
So I just think we obviously we can't tell people how to feel. Like,
sure.
And he has like all the eyes of the world were on him. Like that amount of fucking pressure is a lot. And then imagine whenever you actually do it and you regret it.
But then he was in a position where it didn't matter because if he didn't do it, then half of the world will be like, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? And then he'll be sitting there, maybe I should have done it. And now everybody's disappointed in me because I didn't do it. Now that he did it, maybe I shouldn't have done it because look what happened. So it's like he's in a position where if he does it, he pisses half of the world off. If he doesn't do it, he pisses the other half of the world off. Yeah. So at this point, it's like, bro, like, do what you feel. And obviously he didn't do what he felt.
Yeah.
That's why he's regretting it because he did it because other people chose for him to do it as opposed for him to choose what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So do what you want and subscribe to the Unqualified Words podcast.
That was great. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So we have another topic that
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What is eclipsing this topic,
bro? We are
bro?
giving the people like top shelf quality of episodes today.
That's all we do, bro.
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
So
what happened?
Over the weekend, like I was telling you, it was WrestleMania, WWE.
Oh, I heard about WrestleMania. I was in the woods.
Yeah.
Well, what happened?
So the fight happened in Philadelphia.
Okay.
It was cool and all, and normally I don't care.
So is this like a huge event?
It's fucking massive.
No, but like this specific event that happened this weekend.
It's like the Super Bowl for
wrestling. Okay. That's just what I wanted to know.
So the thing is, like last year, I think it was in LA. It was in the SoFi Stadium. They filled it up 2 nights in a row.
Wow.
It is insane how fucking massively popular wrestling has become.
Okay, you said 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Does that mean on each night there was a completely different show that continued the previous one? Mm-hmm. They didn't react the same thing.
No, they didn't do the exact same thing twice. Damn, Danny's coming out shooting at the wrestling community.
I want to give an apology.
Yeah, you better do that. That's the one's gonna make you look bad.
I need the apology J Cole did. I'm gonna redo it. Say word for word.
We need the Naruto sad music.
Yeah, I would do the exact same word. I haven't been able to sleep these 5 days. I'm so sorry. Okay. Look, I've been to a wrestle event, okay?
You
wrestling event.
Yeah, but you went to the competitor.
I did.
You went to
AEW.
AEW, right?
I did.
So here's the thing, all right? Ricardo invited me over. I went over. He was barbecuing. We watched the fights, and I'm with friends. I'm enjoying myself regardless. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but whenever like something big happened, like the faces that everybody was doing, and then come to find out, like all my friends have been talking about it, like Esteban and his family have become really, really big fans. Sylvia and her boyfriend like constantly posting about it, like nonstop. Tony G, our musician friend, went to Philadelphia.
Oh, that's where he went.
Yes, he was in Philadelphia. Okay, and that's where the event took place. All because of wrestling. Like there's. It just becomes so big that it's kind of insane because back in the day, remember when we were talking to Adnan, it used to be so fucking cringy.
Right.
And now it's so mainstream that it's like you can't get online without like.
So what happened to the whole thing about they don't have proper health insurance? There was like a whole thing that happened a couple of years ago that they were talking mess about the organization because.
Are you sure that wasn't the UFC?
No, that was WrestleMania. That if they got hurt. And it basically was like, well, you can't wrestle no more. And then they had no, like, proper like early retirement. It happened a couple. This was probably right after high school. I think.
Know. Well, you just want to slander the WWE.
I'm asking because obviously you said like you were mentioning how back in the day it was kind of viewed as that's the thing that kind of like nerdy people, like a certain type of nerdy like people, dorks. Like but then and then
like cool ones that like anime.
And then that thing happened because I remember I talked about it to Angel. Angel's also a big fan, one of our cousins. Yeah. And I remember I talked about it. He said, "Yeah, that's unfortunate. They do have issues with the way that they deal with their health because if they get hurt,
which I mean makes sense.
If they get hurt before they become mainstream, then what do you do?" Right. Yeah. So it was something like that, and I figured that would take even more. Popularity for it, and then now it's pretty up there.
So that was my biggest thing. Like, I want to understand like where people are coming from.
You want to understand the WrestleMania mindset.
That's I think the fandom mindset.
The fandom mindset.
Yeah, because like we were watching like a fight, and it was the one about that funny guy that Ricky's always talking about. I think his name is R-Truth.
Okay.
And it's a match with like no rules, so you don't have to like tag your friend. But his character acts like really dumb. So it's like in the middle of the match, like he's putting his arm up to be tagged. And like the whole crowd is like yelling at him, like, you don't have to do that, you know? And it's just like, dude, I'm watching fucking Dora, you know? Because it's like, it becomes like a event where you're it's so, you have to like suspend disbelief so much to really, really get into it.
Okay.
A lot of the punches they throw, it's like how hard are you actually hitting someone with like the inside of your arm? Like it's not like an elbow. It's
right.
Like
even when they don't ever punch, it's always a slap.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and it's just like every time somebody gets knocked down, you gotta turn around and showboat, and then you're like, oh my god, you turn around, kick to the face, and it's just like it's so. Look. It sounds like I'm hating. I'm not. All right. I'm not here to bash on like wrestling fans. Okay. Because when I was leaving, I was talking to my dad, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch wrestling with Ricky, and he's like, how can you watch that knowing it's fake? And I was all like, you watch movies knowing it's fake. You know, it's just like I preemptively defended it without like.
I mean, as a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
If you follow the people's character or each of the wrestlers' character, I guess you could get used to that or like that following.
Yeah. But like today, like I went around asking all of the big fans, like our friends, all right? And like I was talking about it with another friend at work, and when they were talking about how it's it's like a sports entertainment. I think that's what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Because of all the summer shows, they're all freaking fit. And then I was like, yeah, but the biggest difference is that like in this thing, there's nobody's winning based off merit. That's why like
that was one of the questions that actually I don't even know if I don't think I even worded it properly whenever we had El Silencio, the wrestle guru, and one that was one question is like, okay, it's acted, but how much of it is acted? Is it like 70% acted and 30% like merit, like, or is it no, behind closed doors, you show what you can do. Oh, I can do a flip. I can kick. I can fall. I can do all these things. Yeah. All right, you look good. You can go in there. And then is it like 40% merit, 30% act, 30% what people like? Like, can you get the public to love you in one shape or form?
I think the only merit that they're showing is that they can get the work done. I don't think that like based off of who's going to win.
So you think every single win it's planned. Like you're gonna win this match.
All it does is push forward like the bigger story. Like right now, the story that just ended was like basically like the Rock's nephews, like they call themselves the family. They basically were dominating for like the past 3 years.
They had Dom.
No, that's the wrong character.
Family.
Oh,
they were dominating.
Wrong family, but it got you. Yeah,
that's look, third degree dad joke.
Yeah, and I even I had this discussion with my girlfriend because we were talking about because she's been watching like it's like a Big Brother but in Mexico. I don't know if you heard about it, La Casa de los Famosos or whatever.
Oh well, yeah, and they used to have the it was called El Gran Hermano back then.
Oh yeah, they have Big Brother. That's what they call it like in the UK, and I don't know if they had one here, but I just remember. Yeah. And the thing is, look, like a lot of things might be real. They might be arguing. But the producers at the end of the day have to tell a story with all that stuff, So at the end of the day, how do you guys enjoy something so much knowing it's so manipulated. Okay.
Don't you think maybe that's the part that that's appealing? It's that in a way the outcome of this story is a little bit determined by the public, because if the public hates so much this specific character, then that character becomes the villain. So they have to stick him around. So he comes in, the excitement comes.
Yeah, because like right now, like Rey Mysterio's son is like the bad guy.
Really?
And like
now I want to watch.
Yeah, and he's dating like some girl, like the Rhea Ripley or whatever, and they all call her mommy, and it's fucking cringe. All the announcers are like, "Yeah, we all know how mommy does," blah blah. You know.
But is that like her wrestling name, or they just call her mommy
they just call her mommy just because. Just cause
You're right.
I have no
Pásame una cerveza.
I have no actual like I have no answers. I'm not
okay. That's fine.
I'm new to
that's
this
fine.
world.
You're not a fan yet.
Yeah. So I reached out to Esteban earlier today, and he sent us a video. He's gonna sell us into wrestling. And if we're not sold by the end of his video, Sylvia sent us a really long video.
A really long video.
I tried to talk to Tony, but Tony literally just got back from Philadelphia yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can start on that one right there.
So why do you like wrestling?
I guess probably the biggest thing is nostalgia. Like I had like the Matt Hardy poster and the John Cena poster and like Batista posters on my wall.
Okay.
And like 5th and 6th grade, I had magazines. And like I know young, I don't even remember watching it, but I know I started watching it because I regret not watching it anymore, like during high school and like as I got older. I feel like now we're coming back to when it's like getting really hyped and really fun.
When wrestling is cool.
Yeah, so I just think it's fun. And now like she dances to the intros, and like she loves Seth Rollins and Bloodline and Cody
that's what
Rhodes.
They call themselves.
So like those are like the 3 she dances to. So I kind of like the idea of like us getting to experience it as a family, and like maybe this is something she enjoys. So
the reason why I started liking wrestling is because of the boys.
Our nephews,
yeah. I started looking into the athleticism. I didn't know wrestling, but Rey Mysterio was my dude. Dominic and Rey Mysterio kind of brought it up.
Yeah, because it started popping into my feed, and I'm like, I don't even follow things like that much.
Yeah,
he put instead of feed.
So seeing Rey Mysterio's athleticism again, and seeing other.
Rey Mysterio's old as shit. And like his son is fighting there. I don't know if it's his real son. They say it's his son.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they would lie to me, But it's just like he's so old and he's still moving the same way he moved back in the day. So that's
awesome. And to be honest, like that was to me whenever, because they had Las Lucha Libres in Mexico. Yeah. That was one of the things that I didn't follow it, but I liked whenever he showed up. Like it would hook me to see all the acrobatics.
Oh yeah,
and like the jump, and I think
the coolest thing about
and I think that's what the Mexican wrestling is known for the weird, not the weird, but like the cool acrobatics. Here in the US, I think it's a lot of like, I'm fucking buff, fucking huge, I fucking slap you and pick you up and toss you. And in Mexico is a lot of like, I climb on this thing, I jump to three, I don't know, spins and land on your head or something like that. And so anyway, that to me was more about, oh, look, they managed to, I never really got into like following a person or like one of the wrestlers. Yeah. And also I never really wanted to pay for the subscription to see it.
Yeah, you always had to pay for that. Now it's on Peacock, I think.
Oh, is it? We used to have to pay for Peacock.
Yeah. But now I'm an adult, I can pay for it.
I guess so. I'm an adult, I can watch kids stuff.
No, I think it's through Xfinity that I get it for free.
Oh, okay. We have Xfinity. Why don't we get I don't know.
You should check your emails.
Maybe I should. Okay.
Wrestlers having that same athleticism.
Io Sky is good. Are like, it's impressive.
And then you start appreciating Logan Paul, how good he actually is.
Pause it.
It's
Logan Paul.
He brought up the GOAT.
It's a fucking no, that's Jake Paul.
Okay, my bad. I just heard Paul. I don't know the other first word.
Logan Paul is an incredible athlete. Every time he gets into the ring, like he like does like a somersault inside.
Logan Paul is the one without the beard.
I think he has a beard too.
Oh, he does. Well, Logan Paul was the most famous YouTuber, right?
He's the one who recorded the dead body.
Okay, okay. I was.
And he's also famously known for Crypto Zoo, which is like a big rug pull that he got called out for.
Right.
Because during the crypto world, like he's a fucking scammer. Like, dude's trash, but he's a good wrestler, so people forgive him. Yeah, that's how the world works.
So if you do something messed up, become a good wrestler.
It's the little things that you start getting attached to, the storytelling and everything. But I started off because of just curiosity, which went to athleticism, which went to character development, I guess.
Yeah.
Look at it. What about you, Mama? What do you think?
That's a good way to end it.
That is great. I love it. I love them. Thank you guys for adding that to us.
Those three are official gurus of the podcast. So
I
give them a shout out.
Look, I love them. It was a great answer. I get it. I think the whole family aspect makes it so much better.
But but there was a part of me that I felt like that could have worked with any other kind of thing.
Yeah,
like could have been like, I don't know. The show, I don't know.
Formula One.
Yeah, NASCAR.
yeah.
She loves it when they go around and around and that's a joke. But but it's fine. You got to pick something that catches your attention, and as a whole family, everybody has to love it, right? Because if only Esteban liked it, and Sam danced to the song, and Selena was like, "Here we go again," then maybe. But if everybody likes it, then it's.
You think it's just because I'm a bitter hater? You think maybe that's what it is?
Let's see what Sylvia has to say, and then we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Hey, gurus. So Oscar reached out to me.
Pause. Okay, you guys. So Sylvia sent me like a 10-minute long video.
She sent our podcast.
Yeah, she did. So I put it at a 1.5 speed because and I forgot Sylvia normally talks really fast. So I'm sorry, but let's just try to fly through this. Let's go.
Okay. Which means if you're listening to this podcast at 1.5 speed, you're listening to her
and they are the two that are mostly posting stuff about wrestling like all the time.
Right.
Okay.
Talk a little bit about wrestling. Like, why do you like it? What makes it so interesting, despite like knowing it's fake?
There we go.
Especially because I've gotten much more vocal about wrestling, like in my stories and sharing memes and just talking about it a little bit more. Why I'm much more invested in it now is mostly because of my boyfriend. He's a lifelong fan. I knew, we've been friends for years, and I knew that he was really passionate about wrestling because he would share a lot about it. But now that we're dating, it's...
You see that, boys? Even if you like wrestling, you can still get yourself a girly, all right? Never lose faith, you freaking losers. I'm kidding.
Esteban, make it real.
I'm kidding. Like and subscribe. Let's go.
become part of like my daily routine, like Monday nights, Friday nights, the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania was just this weekend, and that was like a big holiday for him. 2 weekends, Saturday and Sunday, just not 2 weekends, but 2 days out of the weekend, just with his family, and it's like Super Bowl weekends or the World Series to him, and so I've just been really supportive about that, and it's a lot of fun. I've been enjoying the ride. But what I was actually telling Oscar is that I actually used to be into wrestling as a little kid. My brother, was really like into both wrestling and soccer, and so anytime like the Chivas or Mexico were playing, and Wednesday nights there were just certain matches, like you just knew, like the house phone would ring, and it was my buddy telling me to turn on the TV, and so I could never miss Wednesday nights. I could never miss a single match, even like boxing sometimes too. So a lot of the things that he was really passionate about, he just kind of dumped them on me as his goddaughter, and I was always just the kind of person that I was just so eager, like I get very enthusiastic about things, and when I like something, I just dive full in. Like I can read a book and then make it my whole personality. I remember watching the Step Up to the Streets movie, and I came out of that like saying that I wanted to be a breakdancer. Like I just get so invested in these stories, and I love violence. No, I just really like the action.
I love violence.
Growing up, my little brother and I were really into the wrestling, and like we would take my mom's camera recorder, and we would go in her room and we would pretend that the bed was the it was the arena. And we would just kind of like start beating up on each other. And obviously, like when we were little, we didn't understand that these moves are fake. Like they're being choreographed. It's very much like stunt doubles for a television show or a movie. For us, it was real. Like
we also have a little cousin. He's from Licha's side.
Okay.
That whenever he was super into wrestling, that when all the other little cousins came over, like it got to the point that nobody wanted to go over. Because he would get them into like locks and stuff, and everything was learning off wrestling, and I think that's awesome. That it's just like like it's universal. I'm pretty sure it's happened. I remember we used to fight with Jose all the time.
Yeah, with Angel.
Yeah, because there was a moment that I liked wrestling when I was little, but it wasn't a lot because we didn't have cable. We didn't have any way of watching it.
Yeah, like I said, like if it was on, I watch it.
Yeah,
but
I thought Batista was the coolest.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was my favorite wrestler.
I like the Undertaker.
The Undertaker was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna tell you, the Undertaker showed up and he has retired.
Oh.
Yeah, he came back because The Rock is back.
Right, I saw something about
so
that.
So he's being all dramatic and
so
shit.
So The Rock stopped
acting
flashy. And went to wrestling?
Yeah, that's what he's been doing right now. Yeah, and out of nowhere, like in the middle of the thing, you hear like the bell. And I was like, okay, I know who that is. And then like Ricky's like, oh, it's The Undertaker. And I was like, I know that. And then like the lights go off. And then when it comes back on, he's standing right behind The Rock.
Oh.
Yeah, then like he choke slams him. And then like eventually the lights go off again. And him and The Rock are gone. I thought that was really funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I thought that was really, really well done.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. And especially that you bring two people that are very known and been around for
and they've been around forever.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
Movies were real. I mean, he was at an age where he thought Superman was real, so we would just beat each other up. And I remember my mom was trying to like find a video, like she was like, oh, let's play some of the home videos, and then like next thing you know, it's her two kids just like beating on each other. And I remember I threw my little brother off the bed, and in order to not fall, he like dragged onto my hair and used that to climb back up, which is funny because if you guys watch the Royal Rumble, Bianca Belair has like really long hair and she like swings it everywhere, and like there have been times when people kind of pulled on her hair, and that was how she basically lost the Royal Rumble. Was her hair was used to like drag her out, and my brother kind of sort of did that, but on the reverse. Like he stopped himself from leaving the ring by like grabbing onto my hair. So I just always really liked wrestling as a little kid because of the violence, I guess, and the storylines. I grew up watching telenovelas, and wrestling is like one big telenovela. There's just so much drama and so much.
Like one time somebody told me that the biggest like one of the biggest fan bases for watching wrestling was Hispanic people.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, no way. I was like, I don't know a single Hispanic person watching this. And at the time I didn't. Now all of them watch it. Yeah.
Watches it.
And I was like, but when you think about it, it is just a bunch of drama, bunch of people, angry people yelling at each other. It's a fucking soap opera.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I can see that.
It's literally a
and
drama.
It's I think I would also say one thing that makes it nice, it's that it's live.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're watching the play.
Yeah, it's live. It's not like you got pre-recorded or they had a chance to like, oh, I messed up the flip. I reshot it.
No, there's been times like that. Like somebody is too far away. Like I think recently, Logan Paul caught Rey Mysterio before he landed on his neck. Because he was supposed to like get hit by him, but he undershot the flip, so he had to move up and catch him. Yeah, and it was really cool. And like everybody thought it was like oh, thank God he caught him. Yeah, but it's just like I today remember telling you every time I scroll through Twitter I see someone die. I saw a video of like some dude doing like a front flip and he falls on his neck, and then the body just goes limp, and the guy's about he's about to lift him and he just doesn't move, so he thinks that he's faking it, so he climbs to the top, and before he jumps, like the referee like stops him. And there are real dangers to it.
Yeah, of course.
But people just think that it's fake. No, the fake part is the scripts.
It's who wins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, let's.
Okay.
Name calling, and they don't just talk the talk. The fists are flying, and so I've always just really liked that. I know some people talk a lot of crap about that. I know but I grew up loving them. I loved the drama. I loved the violence. I loved all the action. So for me, that was always a lot of fun. And obviously, when I was younger, I didn't realize that a lot of talk the talk. The fists are flying, and so I always just really liked that. I know some people talk a lot of crap about that. I know but I grew up loving them. I loved the drama. I loved the violence. I loved all the action. So for me, that was always a lot of fun. And obviously, when I was younger, I didn't realize that a lot of that was fake. And it was like staged. Like for me, I thought like I was watching reality TV and everything was real and these people hated each other. I was invested in those storylines. And even like now when I know it's fake, like there's Mommy and Dom, and like I think they're absolutely adorable together. But Dominic Mysterio just got married, and apparently Rhea's like already married anyways. And like when he told me, my boyfriend, that they are not a real couple, I was like, are you sure? They're so cute together. So it's like that it's not real, but you're still very much invested in the story.
Even the dating is fake?
You just heard it there?
That's crazy though. Like even like. Well, I don't know if they get to the point where they get married. I'm sure you could fake they're dating, right? But has there been like where they get married? At that point, you can't fake that. Can you?
I think some people have done it really.
And I remember, and then maybe they play with that in the story.
I don't remember a lot, but I remember. I think there
has to be some like actual couples that are like together, not just for the camera. Mm-hmm. But I was gonna say something, but I forgot. So let's keep going the video, if I remember right now.
And just, it's no different than a television show. These things aren't happening. No one can run as fast as the Flash. There's no zombies, but you're still invested in the story.
Okay, the show The Flash really pissed me off because it was like, oh, I'm Barry Allen and I'm the fastest person in the world, and every single season there was somebody that was faster than him, and then he had to like do something to become faster. Okay, Sylvia, so get your lure correct. She's a really big fan.
What I was gonna say was that I think maybe there's a part, the distaste might be because the show or the wrestling world, even though I guess to me every time I talk to someone about wrestling, I always omitted the part where I was like, well, is it fake? Right? Because I was like, part of it I was like, what if I'm wrong? What if it is not fake? Like, or what if there's elements that are fake, but there's some elements that are so real that who cares about the fake elements? And so part of it I was like, okay, I don't know. But now I think Esteban and her they've called it, it's a choreography. So then there's a part of me that I think that the show itself, it doesn't tell you face value, hey, this story is crafted. Yeah. And you don't know, you the viewer don't know where the story is going. But it is crafted. The winner today was winner by the story. And yes, they had to know how to do the stuff, but they were winners. Their merit got them to be part of the story. But the winner was chosen based on whatever the directors thought was best for the company and for the story. So then part of me thinks that, for me, part of it might be the distaste at the time is that it didn't seem to me that the company itself was trying to say, this is fake. Like, I think the companies, and obviously if I was them, I would do the same thing. Mm-hmm. For them is to say, oh no, this is real. Like, this is fucking real. Like, so they have to sell you like this is real. Mm-hmm. And so the people that view it is like, nah, we know it's not, but we know that they have to speak that way so that the story feels that way. And so it gives more credibility and more intensity to it. And then we, the third parties, viewing in from the outside, is like, they're lying to you, it's fake. And then they're like, no, it's not. And because they're in the entertainment bubble. Yeah. And we're just over here trying to be technical and about, I don't know. That's just a thought that came into my mind.
Yeah, I just think it's just the suspending disbelief of like, they're not really hitting each other. And it's just like, dude, like, I don't know if I already said this, but they pan to the people, and the people are like, they're crying. And it's like, okay, like, let's just...
Okay. Because of the acting, because of the script or the plot, and this WrestleMania was absolutely, like, I haven't watched wrestling in years, but Pete sort of caught me on like, the different fractions, like, these people, like, Seth betrayed Roman, and they used to be in this group called The Shield, and, like, and then he came in his...
But did he betray him, or was it scripted?
Uniform, and Roman could have won the match. He could have, thrown the chair at Cody, and instead he chose revenge. And so, like, the way everything kind of ties together is really impressive. And as who loves
okay, so I didn't know any of that background to the story. Rick didn't do a good job explaining it to me. Okay. But she had posted that she was like she's like, I'm in tears because of this. Because yes, Roman Reigns like in between, like, he had a chair and he had to pick in between hitting the guy who he betrayed him or hitting the guy he was fighting, which is Cody Johnson. What do they call him? Dude, the dude looks like fucking a Homelander. The dude looks like a straight up villain.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, and he ended up choosing the guy who betrayed him. So after that, like, he ended up losing the fight because, like, he could have chosen to end it. Okay. But chose not to.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's the background lore. That's it, all right? Yeah, continue.
Okay. Storytelling, I really respect that. I enjoy how everything gets pieced together, and you see something small and it comes back later. Like, it's very much like the Avengers, once you started getting those cameos and realizing how everything had, like, the bigger picture, the Infinity Stones and Thanos. And so it's very much that there's these small storylines that may seem like not related, and then they somehow manage to tie into each other. Yeah, the acting can be sometimes kind of cringy. Not everyone's going to be like superstar. Not everyone's Hollywood trained,
I think for me, sometimes the villains, the way they acted, to me felt a little cringy because they would come out like there's this super angry dude and you're like, no one really gets that angry. Like, no one makes that face when they're angry, I
think I recently said that about somebody because in the middle of, remember, I always bring up Daenerys about how at the end of Game of Thrones, I don't believe that she was like, oh, that angry. I'm so angry. Yeah. I'm going to kill all these innocent people. Like,
I also didn't, I felt disconnecting her character. I agree with that.
I remember, like, I always bring up that analogy when I feel like I don't believe the anger in somebody.
And I think for me, some of the wrestlers, some of the villains, there's a Hispanic, this was a couple years ago. I don't know if he's still around or if he changed his stuff, whatever. It was a Hispanic guy. He was the villain, and he was like this cocky guy. Like he was always coming, like he's like thinks he's the shit. But some of those, it just felt like they were very exaggerated emotions.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that made it sometimes a little bit cringy to watch. Personally, I don't know.
But it's still really fun to watch. I like the wrestling moves. I think for the most part, they're done very well to a point where they look very real. I'm just amazed by their athleticism, like the flips and stuff. I wish I was in shape. And honestly, for anyone who does say that it's fake, because there are storylines or actors basically memorizing a script, but a lot of the times they just go off script. They just say what's on their mind, and they still have to throw the punches. They're just, it's like a stunt double. You're just making sure you don't actually injure the person, but injuries happen. And anyone that wants to say it's fake, I mean, look at these bodies on these people. Like, I was telling, like, Jade Cargill, like, I look at her and she's the reason I wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym, because I'm like, I want to look like that. They're putting in the work. I mean, these girls are stunning, and these men are all ripped and big, and they're doing the work, It's television, it's acting, and I love it. I'm invested. I wouldn't say that I'm like a diehard fan. I'm not going to pretend that like I've kept up throughout the years. I liked it as a child, and now I'm an adult, and how I feel about it might be a little different. Like, it's a different experience, but it's been a lot of fun just having something to bond with my boyfriend and his family, and I'm always down for fun. Like, I am the kind of person that I want to scream at the TV, and I want to get hyped, and I want to cheer. I mean, we were watching, my siblings and I were watching Demon Slayer, and we were cheering, and
That's the whole point of this, like big. Listen, it's like a video essay. We're trying to understand the mind of a wrestling fan, So like that is what I'm missing out on, man. I fucking hate that. I'm not a big fan of like sports. I'm not a big fan of I just don't feel that invested on anything like that.
I don't either. I mean, I think the closest I've been to that, obviously, it's like when the World Cup comes around.
Yeah.
But, Mexico just makes it to the 8th, and then we get kicked out, and then you're disappointed, and you're sad.
And then no era penal, and we cried.
That was not a penal. Yeah, that one really.
So we cried for 12 years straight.
And we'll continue.
Yeah.
So that part, like, there's a little bit of a hype in those moments.
Yeah.
But it's not like other people, because I remember there's someone, he's like a third or fourth cousin. We sometimes we hire her for the tacos.
Yeah.
Her son, he loves soccer. He knows soccer. So he starts talking to me about soccer. He was probably 8 or 9 at the time. He starts telling me about every name of every player in Chivas that made it to the Mexican team, and I'm just like, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm not a Chivas fan, because I'm like, I don't know any of the names.
Oh yeah,
I know a few of the names, but that's it. And when the national team plays, I'm just like, yeah, I'm rooting for them, and I know a few names, and this kid's just naming everything, and he's naming the numbers, and he got kicked out, and he got this and that, the stats, and I'm just like, I just want to see the Mexican team win. That's as far as I get.
I'm with you. Just like superficial, very base level fan.
Slightly under superficial, just for the World Cup. Now I think when I used to follow the Chivas, I don't anymore. They're my team, and they made it to the finals. We went and we watched the finals. But prior to that, it's like, are they gonna make it? Who knows? I haven't checked. I had my buddy Christian gave me a hat of the Real Madrid.
Yeah, I remember.
I was walking somewhere and someone saw the hat and they're like, "Oh, bro, that game was crazy." And I was like, "It was."
remember I told you that I was like, because I like hats.
Okay.
I have my Lakers, my Dodgers. And I was like, my biggest fear is somebody dares talk to me about sports.
I swear, like I'm just glad they didn't want to stop to talk, because it was just kind of like we passed by and he like directed to me and he said something and I was like, "Yeah, dude, it was crazy," and I just kept walking. And I was like, I don't want to bond about something I know absolutely nothing about. And so, but I feel the same way. I don't think I feel that passionate about virtually anything, pretty much.
Except for the podcast.
Except the podcast.
Like and subscribe.
Oh my goodness, dude. Every Monday I wake up.
Yep.
Just go back to napping.
Let's finish this video.
Okay, let's go.
Well, that's fake. It's anime, but it's still very exciting to watch, and it's great storytelling. And you just see someone come up, and you're like, ah, so that's how I feel, and that's how I felt when I saw the Undertaker I was just a little bit invested in him as a child. There's something about him being so like dark and broody and like from Death Valley. I was just like, oh, he's so. It's still very exciting to watch, and it's great storytelling.
Remember?
You just see someone come up.
That's the next video clip. The next video clip.
So that's how I feel, and that's how I felt when I saw The Undertaker. I was just a little bit invested in him as a child. There's something about him being so like dark and broody and like from Death Valley. I was just like, oh, he's so cool. I was really, really into him. And obviously, like, who didn't have a crush on Eddie Guerrero? So yes, as a girl, like, obviously, like, Eddie Guerrero, you know? My boyfriend gets so mad because I'm always like, Randy Orton. I love Randy Orton. He's great. And Seth Rollins is just such a star. Like, I love his outfits. They're so over the top. They're so fun. Like,
we talked about Randy Orton because of the tattoos.
Right. Oh yeah, the copyright.
Yeah, the copy. Who owns the copyright to the tattoo?
To the tattoo, the tattoo artist or the guy who has the tattoo on him.
Yeah, and I remember I had to explain at this point, like at the actual wrestling match, and I was like, "Oh, I know about wrestling, you guys." I was like, look, like they're making money off of this because they're gonna put it onto another character. It'd be different if you just left it on Randy Orton,
right? You know, because because nobody would know about the tattoo if it wasn't for Randy Orton. Yeah, but then if you
watching like their outfits, some of the stuff they say is hilarious. Like The Rock was out here insulting everyone, their mama. The violence is fun. It's just fun. Honestly, you just have to stop sitting there and thinking like, oh, this is fake or this is. People watch reality TV and that's as fake as it gets. And this is no different. It's just reality TV with punches. But it's a lot of fun. I like it, and I'm kind of really invested. Like I said, I won't pretend to be a diehard fan, but I am someone who is willing to try things out. And if I like it, and I go full in. I jump all in. Anyways, those are my 9 minutes of why I love wrestling.
Oh, reality TV is fake. All of it?
All of it.
Like the pawns and all that's fake?
All that's super fake. Like I think
you don't think it's just like they just collect
pre like determined. Like sometimes they'll be like, oh, there's a guy from a band called Day to Remember who shut up,
right?
You know, and they're all like they have stuff for like the celebrity people to like be like, okay, go sell this.
Okay,
you know.
So you're telling me that if I go to that storage room, I'm not gonna buy a storage room filled with awesome stuff for $20.
No, odds are you're gonna buy like just like moldy
an old mop.
Yeah,
that's it. Oh Jesus!
Yeah. I don't know about the coins like or like that because you know those are real auctions. All right,
I would feel like in a lot of those like they're just recording a lot of shit and they're like 20% of it becomes content.
Yeah,
and most of it is just trash.
Yeah,
just record everything. Something becomes content.
It's just like 'cause, you know you got to remember like they have to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, cause what if you buy a container and it's absolute garbage?
Right. That's what because like when I had my gallbladder removed, that's all I watched. I watched the Storage Wars for like 3 hours.
It's entertaining.
Right. Yeah. And I'm like, there's no fucking way they bought that many storages and they had stuff. And not always they have stuff. They can't always have. They sometimes they have to be a flop because otherwise you're like, you can't be that lucky. But I always thought, you know, I'm watching 20% of what they actually do. The other 80% is them buying something that had absolutely nothing interesting to show on the show. So
yeah. Or what they do is they'll be like, okay, you guys, this next one's for the show. Everybody place your bits, but remember they win.
And then we'll give you $100. Something
like that, yeah.
Motherfuckers.
I'm just saying, like reality TV, like you got to remember at the end of the day, they're selling a product. If it's boring and they can't keep finding shit,
right?
No one's ever gonna watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
What about the house flipping stuff? Fake.
Oh
too?
yeah. Fixer Upper, like the I think the new seasons they ended up doing stuff that they wanted to do because I remember reading that they like the house was already picked by the time that they did it. So that wasn't what they wanted to do. Like the whole pitch was different, but you have to remember buying a house takes a long fucking time.
Yeah.
You know, and these people like, you know, they pretend like they show them like 3 different options and they're like, okay, pick which house you want. And sometimes they pick like the really ugly one and you're like, why?
Why do you do that?
Yeah, like why would you pick that one?
Because it's good for viewership.
One of the things like the house is already bought.
Right.
You know, and it's just like it makes sense. I get they were trying to sell you that story, but you know, like selling it to people as this being real is also deceptive, and
that's the thing. I was saying with the wrestle stuff is that I think that there is an element of this is real. Now I wonder though, like, is all like okay WWE that's the main one or AEW that's a big one, but like I remember I went to the flea market once. Don't laugh. They had it was a Trader's Village. Yeah. They had a wrestling ring and people were wrestling.
Yeah.
So that was obviously like a. You know, like I don't know, like one of the lower, like the lower tiers, people trying to enter into the entertainment world, whatever. My question is, was that also rigged, or is it at some point where you're so in the beginning that you're like at this point, bro, y'all know how to wrestle. Y'all need to prove that y'all know how to wrestle because I don't want you hurting him and I don't want you hurting him. And just do your thing. Whoever wins is whoever can do this thing. Blah. Yeah. And then here's your
We should have asked Hernan when he was here.
Yeah,
bro. We need to get him back.
Yeah, I want to know at what point, because I'm like, does it really make sense to have a story at that point? Who actually follows? There might be some people, but most of the people watching, they're just people that were at the flea. I was watching.
I think at that point they probably just do it by turns, like
I won last time, now it's your time to win.
Yeah, because at this point you just want to give everybody like an opportunity to showcase their skill. Because I think that's the whole point of being an amateur. You give it all you got until someone sees you. Yeah, I don't know, but that's a good question. But now here's the ultimate thing is like after our longest discussion behind like how are we feeling? Like do you understand it a little more? Do you?
I feel better about it knowing that the people that are enjoying it admit that it's fake. As in the outcome of the fight. Yeah, it's scripted. Not obviously like the points that obviously I cannot go in the ring. It's fake. Well, you go win then. I can't do that. That would be stupid, right? But my point is there was always an element of me thinking, everybody who's watching here, do all think they're actually having a real fight? and here's another one. Am I actually wrong? And they are actually having a real fight, right? Because there was always the thing is I could be wrong. Maybe it is a real fight, and I just don't know the sequence of things. And so to me, it's okay, if it's confirmed that it's all in a way acted as far as who wins and all of that, I feel like I can get more invested in it because I feel less like I'm being duped. They're being deceptive about it. Yeah. Duped. Okay. That's kind of what.
Yeah, I'm still I told them to sell it to me, and I'm not walking away from this like as a super pessimist. Look, maybe I just haven't given it long enough a chance. But I just don't know. I just think the 2 times I've gone and I watched for hours, I would have felt a little more. And I'm not saying that they're wrong for feeling that way. I'm just jealous. I can't feel it.
Let me ask you something. So you have stuff going on.
So
right?
red pill, bro. I can't suspend disbelief. That's the problem.
That's fair. But I wanted to ask you something because I feel a little bit this way.
Yeah.
These things. To know about the story, to follow it, it takes time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I personally, and this is not to, you do whatever you want with your time. I don't feel like I want to devote my time to that. I don't feel like it draws me enough to say, I'm going to stop doing another thing to follow. Fortnite. To follow. Exactly. I would rather just hope on a game and play the game than to spend the time and invest it into learning about that story.
I think you say hope instead of hop.
That's fine. That's okay. I don't know what I said, but you know what I'm saying. Part of it is just my thing is the time. Is I feel like in order for me to be as invested as the people that Esteban and his family and Esteban, Selena, and of course Baby Sam, and then Sylvia and Pete, you have to put in the time. Yeah. And there's a part of me that I'm there's so many things that I could put my time into. Why would I put my time into wrestling as opposed to something else?
Yeah, no, I mean,
and that's kind of my thing.
I mean, I understand what you mean, but it's just to people who set that time aside, might they see something that we don't?
It's possible, and here's the thing: there might be also an element of passion, like Esteban talks about I really like the athleticism part. Well, obviously, I'm not the most athletic person in the world.
Me neither. And then Esteban's an athlete.
Yeah, he is.
So Selena and Baby Sam.
Right. So they probably see that, and there's a motivation factor even to their own lives, and maybe that's something good that if we saw it, it could motivate us to be more athletic. But perhaps
we actually got a late submission.
We have a late submission.
Yeah, this is by Pete. He's a diehard fan. Okay.
What's up, gurus? Certain señorita asked me to make a quick video for you guys, telling you about why I love wrestling, even though I know it's I can't even say it. It's a bad word. It's a nasty word. It's not fe. It's not. It's predetermined. Okay. We all know we kind of know what's going to happen. We think we know what's going to happen, but sometimes we're wrong, and that's why we keep watching, because we want to see how the story plays out. Just like your favorite novella, just like your favorite anime, just like, Infinity War or Endgame, which, by the way, these past 2 years in wrestling has been pretty much Infinity War and Endgame. The first year, we all thought it was going to go down the way we wanted it to go down. It didn't go down that way. So we had to stick to it. We had to keep watching for a whole nother year, and then we finally got our Endgame moment. This last Sunday, we finally got our on your left moment. It was so cool, and anybody that watched it, anybody that knows about wrestling, they know exactly what I'm talking about. We all watched Cody finish his story. We get locked in to the storylines, and we also, I know some of the punches and the kicks, they might be a little fat. I'm not gonna say it. You're not gonna get me to say it, but we appreciate the athleticism involved. We appreciate the hard work and dedication that it takes for these men and women to do what they do, So for me, I love wrestling because it's Shakespeare with punches and kicks, and every now and then the dive off of a 20-foot ladder. It's just something that you have to watch. It's something that you can't help but get into. It's like your favorite novella. It's like your favorite anime. It's like your favorite movie. It's awesome. Check it out.
You see the passion behind his words? Yeah. That's insane. Like,
he didn't even stumble.
Yeah, Pete, thank you for your submission. I love that passion behind it. That was great. And look, I get it. Like, I understand that. I think it's just more so my question lies with fandom, I guess.
I mean, you could every different show they have a fandom, right? Like Star Wars, you have a bunch of people. What are you talking about?
He's such a profound poet.
What do you mean?
Because I was just trying to say, yes, you are right. Like I might be envious of them too, but it's just like the way you did it. It was just.
How did I do it? I want to laugh.
It just sounds. It was just like a big no duh, Danny. Yeah, but like you're saying, I just want to be a diehard fan for something, and that's all. That's all. Well, you guys, thank y'all for joining us. If y'all are here,
you're still here. This is not fake, by the way.
Yeah. So this is the main tweet I saw that basically got us into this. Is like, not trying to troll or anything, but how do y'all enjoy this knowing it's fake and scripted? Genuinely asking.
And here's the thing. I would say something like that would be a question. I wouldn't phrase it that way because whatever, but it's in the internet, whatever. That would be a question that if I asked that question and I got the answer that Selena and Esteban and Sylvia gave, I would feel okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if people said, no, it's actually real, then I'll be like, and it's like, do I have a beef with the wrestling world? Or do I have a beef with the fans at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. What they say.
And then I screenshot at the top where it's like WWE nerds coming for my head already. And then somebody replied the same way I replied. That's right. Like, movies and TVs are scripted and fake, right? And it's like two completely different things, but okay.
Okay, so see, all these answers I'm okay with. Like okay, so you are agreeing. That's my thing. If you're like, I want to know if it's fake, and if the fans agree that it's fake, I can enjoy it better. Yeah. Because then I look for things. Then I can look for the things that are supposed to be the things that you're supposed to enjoy. Then there's another comment that said the same thing. Yeah. How do you enjoy TV shows or movies?
Yeah, and let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it. That's the video again.
No, I think there was one more here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then I Show Speed showed up, and it's like being 11 right now must rock.
Wow. Yeah, he showed up there.
Yeah, he showed up in the Prime bottle, and then Randy Orton kicked him. Yeah,
that's pretty badass. That they put that together.
Yeah. Obviously, for the younger people who know the hell I Show Speed is, they probably loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Let's just go to the main folder. Let's see. There was a couple more things in there.
I wonder if there's there's got to be somewhere, but like a demographic of all the people that watches it. Mm-hmm. How much of them are people that were young that enjoyed it, that now are rediscovering it again.
Yeah, so just click the very last one. Everything else can wait for next time. Yeah, so quick question. Do you think this is a good wedding gift? Yeah, how much would Stacey hate this if I got you these? It's only $60. Look, they're $20 off.
They're not that bad for like an outside thing.
It's fucking terrifying. Can you imagine you forget that you see fucking feet at your floor, you know?
I kind of like it.
You do?
I kind of like
So
it. For like an outside thing or for like a garage thing where you put your tools on them.
So the wedding gift?
You want to spend $60? We can make some. Do you have some old boots?
I don't know. It's creative for sure.
Right,
Don't get me wrong.
The boots alone is more than $60.
You're right.
We buy it. We take off the boots and sell the boots.
Whoa, the
Stonks.
ROI on that, yeah.
Stonks.
Look, I saw this on because I like scrolling through the marketplace sometimes because there's a bunch of insane shit on there, and this came up and I was like, "Are y'all fucking kidding me? What the fuck is this?" And I'm like, $60 for both of those is kind of a good deal.
Yeah,
and then
it's not terrible.
Yeah, and then I was like, Danny's wedding's coming up, and I need to get a gift.
One for me, one for Stacy.
Yeah, for each side of the bed. You look under the bed and you look across and you forget that you have the fucking feet there. You just give yourself a heart attack.
Oh man,
yeah.
It's creative.
Yeah,
I gotta give them that.
Show it to Stacy and see if
I would show them to Stacy. If she says yes, proceed with the purchase.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's go. We can put them at the wedding reception too.
Oh,
like at the entrance.
Yeah,
right there.
That's awesome. I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, you guys. Well, if you are still here, thank you for sticking around. If you didn't care about wrestling but still are here,
oh my god,
thank you once again, even more. All right,
and go check out Outsider's music.
Okay. Yep, we got new stuff in the way.
There's new stuff in the way, and I'm the #1 fan. They don't give me gear and stuff, so hopefully
Didn't you get that shirt for free?
No, I pay for it. I'm supporting small businesses.
Hell yeah, let's go. All right.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your weekend, and yeah.
Peace.
Out.